you like a style that's more luxurious, but it is pared back, you want quality, you want something that's a little bit more lasting, that you're not cycling through trends literally every few months. I mean, glitter grout, that was a trend, guys. Hello, welcome back to the House of Valentina. I'm Valentina, and today I am so pumped to have a conversation with you guys about what I think has for sure been one of 2023's biggest trends, and I think it's going to be huge in 2024 and beyond. So what am I talking about? I am talking about quiet luxury. People have been talking about it nonstop in the fashion side. Fashion and home decor always are having a conversation with one another. And I think that this has been a trend that nobody's really talking about in home decor, but it's been happening the whole time. And I think that it's gonna be even bigger going forward. So let's chat about quiet luxury, what it is, why it's big, how to use it, who's using it, all that good stuff. Let's talk about all of it and have a really good conversation. I cannot wait. So make sure you hit subscribe if you haven't already. We are decor fanatics on this channel. We love to talk about trends, whether we want them, whether we want to leave them. We talk about what's dated, what's in, and we have a lot of fun shopping and supplying ourselves with all the things that we love. So if that sounds like fun, make sure you hit subscribe. Let's jump into today's video, guys. All right, so what is quiet luxury? What do these words even mean? Well, quiet luxury is all about, in fashion, when people are referring to quiet luxury, they are talking about luxury designer items that do not have big logos, they don't have big labels. They tend to be very subtle, just in general as well. It's really meant to just be a little bit less in your face. It's not so loud. Whereas back in the days, right, there's lots of big Gucci symbols and Versace and like all these big logos and symbols, and the bigger the belt buckle, right, with the logo, the better. People have been going the opposite direction in fashion, and I think that this absolutely comes over into home as well, because we've been seeing this for a really long time. Quality, yes, that's where that word really comes into, because a lot of times people's assumptions about luxury is that luxury and designer items must just be expensive for no reason. Well, that's not what it's supposed to be about, okay? It's supposed to be about quality, creating something that's lasting and timeless. It's something that's worth your money. That's what luxury is really supposed to be about, right? It's about having the very best there is, and something that you'll want to have for a very long time. I don't think that this quiet luxury is only about whether it's designer or not, whether people can tell it's designer or not, trying to hide the label. I don't think that's the only part of this style. Based off of what I've seen of quiet luxury, the people that are talking about it, when you look it up on Pinterest, it really exudes a sort of quiet elegance as well. There's a quiet sophistication. The style also tends to be quite pared back and more minimal. It's not so in your face. It's also about not being ostentatious in the display of how many items you have, or ornateness, right? Of like, think of it as like an earring, right? Big ornate earrings with big logos and things might be in your face, the same as a chandelier that's really big and ornate. I think this is where the tie-over really is happening. Like, it really is quite minimal. It really is quite pared back. And I think when I heard those words, I was like, I think this is what I'm really all about. And so I've been putting this off for months because I was like, do we really need to talk about this on the home channel? Is it something I should say for the fashion channel? I know I have a fashion channel, guys. If you're not following it, check the link down below. I always link up the fashion channel for you guys. We talk a lot about trends over there, but I just feel like quiet luxury is something you're going to be seeing more in the stores. A higher focus on giving quality products, lasting design, and a more pared back style. I think those characteristics of this style are what you're going to be seeing more and more in the stores, which of course means it's on trend. One of the areas of the home that I think is really important to focus on when it comes to creating a luxury space for yourself is the bed, and particularly the mattress. The mattress makes such a huge difference, and I could definitely attest to that because when we got our Birch mattress, it was life altering. Birch is our video sponsor for today, and I'm so happy to be able to share about them because when they sent us our mattress about a year ago, I was having all kinds of back problems. We were having trouble sleeping on the mattress. And when we switched over to Birch, first of all, it comes in a box, and you're like, how on earth does that mattress fit into that box? It's really easy to just simply unroll it and let it inflate, and then you just lay down and it's like, oh, now this is what I'm talking about. It really was just so transformative. The reason I went for the Birch, particularly the Luxe, is because they've got a 100-night sleep trial, they've got a 25-year warranty, they've got free shipping, they're made of organic and natural materials that have been sustainably sourced, they're free from polyurethane foams, which can cause harmful off-gassing, and also free from fiberglass, which can be harmful to your health. If you go with the Birch Luxe Natural Mattress, it's got additional certifications like Green Guard, GOTS, Fair Trade Certified, Forest Stewardship Council Certified. Those were all reasons that I decided that Birch was the mattress I wanted to switch to, and those are the reasons that I've not only stayed, but also being able to get a good night's sleep has been so important. It's so important to your health, your mental health, your physical health. Having somewhere that you sleep well is so important. Still affordable, they still show up on your door, and today I even have a special code for you. So click my link below and get 20% off your Birch mattress, plus 2 free Eco Rest pillows. That is a huge savings. You're going to absolutely love it. I'm gonna leave all the details listed down below. Check it out. You guys will love it. And you have a 100-day free sleep trial, so why not go for it? You will thank me. You will thank me. You'll love it. Thank you again, Birch Living. The question that I always ask when I think about a trend and whether it's big or not, why? Why is this a trend? Why are people talking about it? Well, I think a lot of people are talking about it because it's kind of considered a little bit uncool to have too many logos all over your clothing. And in a way, I think it can be a little bit uncool to try to make your home look flashy or to make it a showpiece. I think there's been a real shift in design and in fashion where people are, maybe it's because of the internet and because we see each other a lot more, people want to portray a more approachable persona, and they want to live in that as well. It's more livable luxury. It's a focus on taking things away from, I bought this because people will think I'm important because I own it. I mean, for me, that's never been a good reason to ever buy anything, actually. In fact, I have a lot of designer items. Most of them, I go for the item where I don't see the label or the label kind of goes away. I have a few things that have labels on them, but I didn't buy them for the label so that people would know I was wearing a designer item. Okay, so do you see what I'm saying? There's a difference, there's a motivation. I'm looking for higher quality. I'm looking for something that's gonna be a better investment of my money. That's my motivation for buying something designer for my wardrobe, but also spending a little bit more and having something for my home that's gonna have all those same qualities. I think that over-branding just in general has become a little bit out of style as well. So I don't think that logos are ever gonna go out of style, for sure not in fashion, because logos can actually be quite cute. I've got some really cute pillows I've got some really great pillows in my sunroom right now from Amazon, and I just love them. They've got a horse bit style on them, and I think that they just are really pretty. I just like pattern every now and then, and I think that's why logos will always be here. But the obsession with logo, the obsession with pattern can be a little bit tiring, especially when we seem to be craving something a little bit more minimal, a little bit more laid back. Still want all the quality, still want all that luxuriousness as far as like the fabric, the way it feels, and all those things, right? That we quantify something as, how we quantify something as luxury, all those things need to exist. We just don't necessarily want all the patterns on them. Is everyone jumping onto quiet luxury? Absolutely not. There's a reason that Dior and Versace and Chanel and all these other brands still put their logo on things. It's because some people just want it. Some people still just want it. They like the pattern, they like the logo. There's a lot of different reasons, right? And some people want to have a little bit of everything. So there are people still buying it, which is why brands are still providing it, which means it's still on trend for some people to have logos, right? So who's going quiet luxury? It seems to be all ages. It doesn't seem to be exclusive only to 20-something-year-olds or 80-year-olds. It's kind of everybody in all different walks of life. Luxury is something that anybody can have. That's why I love this channel so much. We don't actually talk as much about the high end. Sometimes I think maybe I should talk more about that. Sometimes I tend to, well, I'd be like the lamp behind me. I tend to not talk about those things on the channel. I talk a lot about the items that are less expensive, but I think that this is a style that anybody can have. Luxury is a style for anyone. So if you want to invest a little bit more, there are items for your home, that beautiful companies that have all sorts of beautiful items that you can buy, and you would spend a little bit more, you'd invest a little bit more. And then we always have Amazon, we have Wayfair, we have Target, we have all these Home Goods, lots of places that supply us. Oh, and IKEA, yes. All these places that supply us with this style. So I don't think that it's only for extremely wealthy people. I don't think it's only for a certain age bracket. I think it's for anyone that likes this style. If you like a style that's more luxurious, but it is pared back, you want quality, you want something that's a little bit more lasting, that you're not cycling through trends literally every few months. I mean, glitter grout, that was a trend, guys. I mean, that is here today and gone within the hour. I mean, those are the kinds of things that I feel like we have a community of people that will identify with this style. And I think that we're a community of all different ages, all different backgrounds, all different price ranges in which we are wanting to spend or willing to spend, right? It's for all of us. I think that's why this style is something that we just have to talk about on this channel. Let's get to the part that you guys have really been waiting for, and that's how. How do we do this? I feel like I need another sip of my coffee to get me going. Okay, how do we do this style? We can do this style, like I said, it's not about budget. It's about looking for the highest quality with the budget that you have. It's looking for something that you really love and that you will love for many, many years. It's in a way, this style is a bit anti-trend, which is why I think I put on these. This is gonna be a trend for 2024. But I really have to be honest with you. I think this is a trend for the 2020s. It's gonna be 2020, like 2030s. That's scary to think about, but we're only 6 years from that, right? This is something that a lot of people, it's an ethos. It's a little bit like being a minimalist. Like it's a lifetime ethos. It's more than just a here today, gone tomorrow trend. So if you're looking at doing this style, I would look at trying to find the most luxurious fabrics. I think velvets, really well-made cottons, really well-made linens. Like if you've ever held like a really heavy, high quality linen, and then you try to go back to the stuff that's cheap and you can kind of see through and it's kind of like hard to the touch, you will understand. Like once you've touched something that's really beautiful and nice, that linen is so soft, it's not supposed to be scratchy. For the longest time, my husband would not wear linen shirts because he'd only ever owned ones that were made with really cheap fabric and they were really itchy and he hated them. And then I didn't buy them, you know, Gucci. I just bought them a little bit nicer quality. Go to somewhere like Massimo Dutti, right? Upgrade just a little bit and they've got this amazing linen that's so soft and it's gorgeous, right? So that's more of what we're talking about. Go for the highest quality, look for luxurious fabrics that'll feel good. You don't need so many of them. You're gonna be looking for things that have a little bit less pattern. You're gonna go for a little bit more solids. And then when you find a pattern that you just really love, that's when you throw that in, rather than feeling like it's a pattern explosion and you're trying to get that Hermes blanket. I mean, I still debate about that because one of my friends, has it. A few of my clients have had it as well. And the quality on the Hermes blanket is just next level. And I remember asking my friend, I was like, do you actually use the blanket? And she's like, yes, it's so warm to sleep under. It's so amazing. And I was like, okay, that just blew my mind. Because this entire time I've been thinking, who needs that? That's ridiculous. But same with a lot of the porcelain and the things that you buy, the cups that you're gonna buy that you eat and drink with. Like you can, which we do, we spend a lot of time looking for those little nuggets that you can find on places like Amazon and at Home Goods and IKEA, right? Those things that you really have to get picky about when you go to get them. Beautiful porcelain and things, when you spend more money, you do get a higher quality from them. And then, we just have to do our homework when we're trying to save money. But I think that's what you're trying to do, is you're really trying to look at the materials themselves and go for the best quality that you can. I think you should also be focused on investing in better finishes. So think about your metals, think about your hardware that you put into your house. If you put in a drawer pull and it's flaking off within the first 6 months or even in the first 2 years, that's such a bummer, because you're gonna end up either having to DIY it or you're gonna end up buying it twice. This style is all about crying once. That's what quality is all about, right? Crying once and be done with it, okay? It's expensive, you cry when you buy it, and then you don't cry again because you use it over and over and over and over. That's what I've started to do as far as my lighting. I've started to upgrade the lighting in my home. Every now and then I'll find some really great finds on Amazon. Again, I share those over on the Amazon Live every single week, but like I got some amazing lights from my bathroom off of Amazon. But like my outdoor lightings, I went for something that was more of an investment. It's gonna be out in the elements. I really need it to last. I really need it to look amazing. And so you can play the balance even still. I mean, I say all the time, and I think you guys really get this. We are queens on this channel of mixing high and low. So you don't have to only buy expensive things to be a part of this style. But I do think that when you go to buy your lighting, when you go to buy your drawer pulls, when you go to buy door handles, when you go to invest in all of these finishes, think about buying really good quality. So I hope this has gotten you super inspired and super pumped. I know it's got me thinking about the difference between our house and IKEA and the quality level that you can get, right? Is it not just about creating a certain style, but also really investing in pieces that'll really last? I've bought beds off of Wayfair that just really didn't hold up, and sometimes it's like that with IKEA. I've had good luck with a couple of their beds and then not so much luck with others. And it's just such a bummer when you have to go buy something twice. If you move as often as I do, I guess you sort of recuperate a little bit faster because you might need something different next time around. But I think that's the point, is that you really have to kind of judge whether something's worth the investment or if it's a temporary item. So I think it's a lot of fun. I don't think this should be taken too seriously. I think you should just enjoy the overall aesthetic as well and just have fun with it. Have fun with it. Don't worry too much about it. But yeah, I'm gonna leave the links for the items that you guys have been seeing down below in the show notes for you. I always link up my Amazon Lives. I link up the Amazon items I've been flashing up, the fashion channel, lots of good stuff in this video. But more importantly, what I need to hear from you guys is what you think about this style. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Do you feel like we've always been doing this? Do you feel like this is a new thing? Are we just giving a label to something that we've already been doing? I need to hear it all from you guys. I cannot wait. But thank you so much for joining me. Cheers, you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.